everyone, this is Swarab Swaminathan from the New Indian Express. It's possible that the only people who will be sitting more comfortably than me right now are the 15 Indian players. I am speaking to you after the match against England in Lucknow. When the schedule was first out, this was supposed to be one of the marquee clashes of the tournament. What has transpired is that India have continued their dominating run that they've been on to start this World Cup league stage. They've now won six on the bounce on a somewhat sluggish surface. They were put into bat by Josh Butler. This was going to be a big challenge for them because they had not set a target before in any of the 5 games. Batting first, Rohit Sharma clicked once again, but in a very different sort of manner that he's been batting so far. They made 229. Was that going to be enough if England do click 229 is something that they've been used to chasing in 35 to 40 overs in previous matches in this 4-year World Cup cycle. But on the day, 229 was 100 more than enough. The likes of Josh Butler, David Malan, they gave them a good start. They were like, I think 30 for no loss after 4 overs, but then Jasprit Bumrah and Mohammad Shami did what they usually do in these conditions in the subcontinent. They target the stumps. If the line of attack, if the other lines of attack isn't working, 30 for none soon enough became 39 for 4, and then from then on, really England were out of reckoning. The likes of Ben Stokes, and the kind of shot that he played today suggested that most of them were already on a beat somewhere in Southampton or Brighton, 39 for 4, and then when Kuldeep Yadav came, he produced that magic delivery, somewhat very, very similar to the one that sneaked through Babar Azam's defenses in the 2019 World Cup. Here, he produced a similar sort of magic ball to breach through Josh Butler's defense, and that really was the beginning of the end of England's match. And then Bumrah and Shami came back to dismantle the tail, and in the end they managed only like 129. Where do India go from here? In a literal sense, they go to Wankhede to face Sri Lanka. Very, very happy memories from 2011. In the final in 2011, they of course beat Sri Lanka to win the World Cup title. If they continue in this vein, they will make a similar memory in Ahmedabad on November 19th. While they're technically not yet through to the semi-finals, they are just one win away from rubber stamping their entry into the semi-finals. Where do England go from here? A quirk of the format means that they're not yet out, but they do have stiffer tests coming up. They do face Australia in Ahmedabad in less than a week's time, but one would expect that over the next few days, as other results come through, England will be one of the first teams on a flight to go back home. India, after Sri Lanka, they do have South Africa, which will probably decide who will finish first and who will finish second on the table. Now, normally finishing first and finishing second isn't really a big difference, but because of this format, because of the nature of this format, it is important to finish first because for all money, it looks like Australia are going to finish third, and you do not want to face Australia and the likes of Travis Head on what could be a typical Bombay wicket in the semi-finals. India would want to finish first because that would mean a meeting with either the likes of New Zealand in Wankhede or maybe even a Pakistan if they can get the act together at Calcutta. So that is something that Rohit Sharma and co will have to be aware of. I'm pretty sure they'll be aware of. So still lots to play for from an Indian point of view, even though they have almost entered the semi-finals. That's all for this edition. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.